Hey y'all, we are in Flora, Mississippi, and we're taking ourselves and our dogs along on an adventure today. You may be surprised to learn that there is a petrified forest east of the Mississippi River, not west. Well, there is one west, but this is the only one that's on the east side of the United States. It's the Mississippi Petrified Forest, and we're going to go take a look at it today.
That's right. We were here about 4 years ago, but we looked back and we didn't do a video. We found out that they had a campground here, and it was about halfway between where we were and where we wanted to be. So we stopped here, spend the night, and we're headed on out tomorrow.
Okay, so come along with us as we explore this petrified forest. The petrified forest is marked off in different trail markers, and they give you a little map to let you know there's some things that you need to read at each trail marker. So some safety issues. They want you staying on the trail and not climbing on any of the rocks. The petrified wood is right at the trail, easy to be seen, and no carving on anything. So what's the first thing that we come to, honey?
It's a log that's been cut so that you can see the rings on the end of it. And it weighs over 1,600 pounds, almost 1,700 pounds. One of their symbols, I think is kind of funny, one of their symbols is a woodpecker with its beak bent.
That's funny. Okay, this sequoia log, or part of the sequoia log, is not petrified, but they just wanted to give you an idea of how big these petrified logs we're going to see used to be. So this is a sequoia log from California. It's about a little over 1,000 years old. When we were here 4 years ago, it was in early summer, and boy was it hot and humid. But we're here in the 1st of September, and the humidity is quite a bit lower, and it's not as cool. I mean, not as hot. It's only like in the 80s. And Charlie and Foxy are enjoying the adventure.
Right, as long as your dogs are on the leash, they said they're fine. And of course, like always, you're supposed to pick up after them. Here's some more. This is number 4, so what does it say about number 4?
Number 4. After being changed into stone, this log was broken into sections by either the stress of a long burial, or natural movements within the earth, or later uncovered by erosion.
Uncovered by what?
Erosion. So you can see the hill is higher than where we are right now, obviously. So it could have been that these petrified logs were covered up by all this dirt. Oh, look at that piece. I think I remember having a picture. I'm gonna have to go back through our pictures and look and see if I have any of these. Anyway, weathered appearance of this log is evidence of its long, rough, watery journey as a driftwood tree. As you walk by, you are seeing a large trunk section of this huge petrified log. Look back to see the eyes, nose, and mouth, which earned this log the nickname Frog.
Yep.
It has been calculated that this one piece of petrified log weighs 14,940 pounds. The natural shape and grain of the larger piece of petrified wood indicates that it was the trunk area near the once living tree roots. All pieces of petrified wood in the petrified forest are in natural positions, just as erosion moved them away from the engulfing sands. This piece suggests more petrified wood may still lie deeply buried here. This one's huge, like you said. All right, number 8. Caveman's bench is a part of the log still embedded in the cliff wall beside it. You can see many segments that make up the length of this huge, still half-buried log.
It goes all the way from there over here.
That's huge. It will give you an up-close petrified. It will give you a good up-close of petrified wood. It's all right to sit on it. Oh.
What's that? I told the dogs to wait. We have to wait on Mama to read number 9.
Okie dokie, number 9. Forming natural dens, these hollow petrified logs are all part of one tree trunk that had decayed some before it came here. The dens are used by smaller wildlife in the forest, such as rabbit or cocoon. The many petrified wood sections on this hill are scattered just as exposed by weather of many years. Erosion is a very powerful force. A few raindrops won't move much soil, but the millions of raindrops falling during a thunderstorm can prove there is great strength in nature. I probably won't be reading everything to you, because you need to come and experience this yourself. Okay, this is another chunk that's been eroded out in the middle. So, rough external appearance of the petrified logs looks like bark, but these patterns are caused by the effect of rain and wind action. In winter, moisture is sometimes absorbed into tiny surface cracks on the logs where it can freeze, causing chipping or flaking. Over time, natural forces will affect the outer layers of all the logs. This is not a piece of petrified wood, but there is a living walking stick there.
Mm-hmm.
Watch out, he'll spit tobacco in your eye.
No, that's right.
There are about 26 different specimens in this petrified forest, so obviously I'm not going to tell you about all of them, but like I said, I'll tell you about the interesting ones we see. There's a specific process that scientists do to determine what type of tree the petrified wood was, but scientists have determined that there are several types in this area, including sequoia, maple, fir, spurge, I've never heard of that one, and as well as one called fluroxylon, which is extinct. Question: how did they know the name of it if it's extinct? So about 140 years ago, the area you see around me, this forest, they said was once a badlands. There was no forest here. There were just 40-foot cliffs. And because of farming, it had done a lot of damage to the land. So they stopped the farming and they let the land begin to heal. And this is what it looks like today. The earliest sighting of petrified wood in this area on record occurred in 1854, a few years before the Civil War began, but its discovery was little known. This petrified log section that washed out of the former badlands over a long time gradually moved further apart. The forces of wind and rain continue year after year, and the higher land receded slowly. By the 1930s, numerous logs had become visible as changes took place with every rain. Years later, the rugged badland formation slowly became lower, moving still further apart as valleys and gullies between them became much larger. Oh. Well, you can barely see this one. It's covered up almost by the grass and the pine straw. But this petrified log section shows how well natural forces of erosion can expose a long-buried log or cover it up. With the same forces of rain and wind, it can reclaim it slowly and gently covering it again. Soils and sands that erode from the higher ravine walls are always ready to be used again. This is a natural process that will continue through time. And the ravine walls that they're talking about are these ancient cliffs. Go, Charlie. It's a double pine tree.
Number 23 says.
Large old loblolly pines are the parent trees that have helped to reforest this area with their seeds. A large pine tree, this large, is between 40 and 50 years old. The thick carpet of needles that the pines produce is one of nature's best methods of slowing erosion. Nature's balance is a delicate one. We should all be aware that living creatures, large or small, animal or plant, play an important role in helping maintain this balance. Foxy is escaping.
Well, it said all dogs had to be on leashes. It didn't say that a human had to be on the other end.
Look at this gully.
Well, we've been here in the summer and we've been here at the beginning of the fall. I wonder when it's full of water. You reckon in the early spring? Whenever they have lots of rain.
Whenever they have lots and lots of rain. Early spring, probably. The Mississippi petrified forests are among the highest in this immediate area, being about 360 feet above sea level. During the Civil War in 1863 and 1864, many thousands of soldiers camped on alert on these same hills and marched on the old slave trade route. These soldiers were from the armies of both sides, the blue of the Federal troops and the gray of the Confederate soldiers.
They probably found buttons and musket balls and stuff like that.
Yeah, I imagine. Winged elm. Well, now that's just not right. You know why?
Oh.
Because I don't see any feathers or any wings.
Speaking of not right, I think you're not right. One more?
Yeah, the museum.
Oh.
Where everything is for sale. Okay, this museum or gift shop is known as the Earth Science Museum, and it features displays of petrified wood, fossils and minerals, as well as gemstones from all over the world. So this museum concludes the tour. We're going to go inside and take a look at some of the gemstones and minerals they have. And here are some more examples of those stone wood posts that we told you about that we found in Kansas. And one of these stone posts, not sure if you can see it, even have fossil imprints in them. I can see at the top of this middle one a couple of shells, and I don't know if those are trilobites or what exactly they are, but anyway, they're from the 1880s. And why did they use limestone? Because that was the only material that was available to them at the time. There really wasn't much wood out there to be used. Let's go inside the gift shop, or the museum. Oh my goodness, were you fussing because I wasn't in here yet?
Yes, he was.
Oh gosh. Well, these aren't for sale, obviously.
No, I like this display of
Arrowheads.
arrowheads and waves that he took on the napkin. And this little tiny shark over here.
Ooh.
I remember that from last
Yeah,
time.
yeah, it's huge. Blue, some kind of blue big rock, a zebra rock from Western Australia. And those look like alphabet agate. I guess it was cut that way. So the Mississippi Petrified Forest is designated as a registered natural landmark under the provisions of the Historic Sites Act of August 21st, 1935. This site possesses exceptional value in illustrating the natural history of the United States. U.S. Department of Interior, National Park Service, 1966. This is another example of petrified wood. So I hope you've enjoyed our brief tour of the Mississippi Petrified Forest. And as always, please like and subscribe to our videos, subscribe to our channel, and click the like button if you like this video. Give us a thumbs up. And as always, we say bye, y'all.